Thanks for having me out here. Appreciate that. I'm actually not from Indianapolis. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I'm in town visiting my family this week. Went back home. Always good to see the family. Talking to my dad for a little bit, and he kind of pulls me to the side and he says, "Adam, I know that this is not something you're into, but you really need to be worried about opiates. They're killing thousands of people every single year." I was like, you know what, Dad? That's really nice. It's really sweet of you to talk about that. I noticed that he didn't say anything about cocaine because I think he realizes I don't make near enough money to support that habit long term. So, yeah, I mean, I guess he just kind of breezed over that one. He's seen my take home. Yeah, I could not afford enough cocaine to overdose on that. But Colorado, it's a great place. Anyone here from Colorado? From Denver? No? Yeah, see, I'm not too surprised about that because there aren't a lot of people moving from Colorado to Indiana. There aren't a lot of people going from there to here. And you know, there's nothing wrong with Indiana. It's a great place to raise a family. Grew up here my whole life, loved it. But there's certain advantages to Colorado that you just can't get in Indiana. Like, obviously, for instance, Colorado has some great, cheap, legal seafood, really great chain restaurant. Always happy with the meal when I get there. No, of course it has legal marijuana, but judging by some of the eyes of the faces in the crowd, I'm guessing that you guys have also been crying about how this drug is destroying our nation, right? It's really disgusting, you know. We gotta do something about it. I thought we sent Pence there for a reason, but I guess not. No, I'm actually dating someone in Colorado. Been going pretty well. She is the marijuana policy advisor for the state of Colorado. She works in the governor's office. Because we all know that old saying, keep your friends close and the people that regulate the drug that you're addicted to even closer. No, it's going really well. We've been together for about 2 years now, just moved in together. It's been really nice. I have noticed recently that my priorities have kind of changed. Like, for example, the other day, I was supposed to go pick her up from the airport at the same time that I was supposed to go pick up my laptop that had just been repaired. And I thought to myself, man, I feel like such an asshole right now. This shouldn't even be a question, right? On one hand, I have this beautiful, vivacious, bright, brilliant lady. She's the first thing I think about when I wake up in the morning, the last thing I think about at the end of the night. But on the other hand, my girlfriend is going to be really pissed if I don't pick her up from the airport for the third time this month. So I'm driving back from the Apple store, and I start thinking about, man, she's really going to be mad about this, right? There's no way that I'm getting through this. She might even break up with me. And, you know, I don't want that. I don't want to have to go back to Tinder, you know? It's a weird place, right? It's a weird place, kind of a weird thing to do. I remember before we met, I was on Tinder. I had sent about 10 messages back and forth with this girl, and I could not figure out if this was a real girl, a robot, or just some dude that was trolling me. Which is a sentence that makes no sense if you said that about 40 years ago. Say there, Jimbo. I was just talking to this girl on that computer in my pocket. What's that? You haven't heard about computers? Why, they're the future. I heard President Kennedy talking about how they're going to send us to the moon, beat the Russians with it. well, gosh golly gee, I can't remember if this girl's trying to give me the slip or not. So I'm not actually sure if people talked like that 30 years ago, but that's just kind of the voice that I get in my head whenever something is, earlier than the 90s. So thank you, everyone.